Hey you, this is Jasim from CodeBan, and in this video I'm gonna be showing you how to delete an object in Laravel. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon near to it. So without any further, let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so in the last lecture we have talked about updating an object in Laravel. So we have done some logic and all, but we forgot to mention two things. The first thing is we have written the validation logic in the update method, but we haven't set it up in the update.blade.php, which means in the home, just like in the home.blade.php, we haven't set this for each in the update one. So I'll just copy those stuff and I'll just paste it here, that logic, which is nothing but if there is an error in the title field, it will just loop through and display those errors. So with that being said, now the next thing I have to mention is my server is running, my exam is also running. So if I take my website, my home page, I have this one to do here. I'm gonna update this to do. I'll just click update. Now in here the validation logic is working. If I just submit without any content, it just says the title field is required. Now if a user just types in a little bit of to do, just like our limit, if we look into the database, if we look into database migrations and our create to dos, our limit is 124. So if the user types in something like 125 characters, for instance, this is an example. If the user types in 125 characters and he is very legitimate, his to do is a little bit long and he don't know our limit is 124, so if he click update, then he'll receive an error, the title may not be greater than 124 characters. Now that's fine, but whatever he entered is gone. That 125 characters is gone. He just have to delete one character to get, or one word of course, to get this to do updated, but everything he typed is gone. He just got the earlier to do title. So a solution to this one is, in Laravel, if there is any validation errors, then we'll get the access to the previous value whatever he entered by accessing the old property. A whole old helper function is there. So in the input value, we will first check if there is an old of title, which means if there is an old value for the title property or the title input, then we'll use ternary operator. So if there is one, then you just output that old value whatever the user entered. Otherwise you just output the regular one, that is the previous value of that to do. So this suffices to our logic, and this is nothing but if there is any old value, just print out that old value, otherwise just print the previous value. Now if this is the case, now if I save those steps and I'm gonna edit this one again, so I will just do a lot of characters, and if I update, then it says the title may not be greater than 124 characters, but this time we get that whole content. So that's working perfectly fine. Now this was the logic I forgot to mention in the previous lecture. Now you can of course implement the same stuff, the same exact value prop to the home.blade.php as well. Here we missed those things. So I'll just copy paste that, and here we don't have this old value because we are not updating. Just say, and we don't have to manually check if there is one. We just output the old of title, which will be null if there is no old value. So if I do this one again, and if I go to the home page, then if I try to do some bigger values, maybe one greater than 124, and if I submit, it says it may not be, and then we have that value right there. So that's working perfectly fine. Now in this lecture we are moving to the deleting an object, the logic of deleting an object. It's very straightforward, very simple. All you have to do is, upon clicking this delete button, now this is a form. If you look into the home.blade.php, underneath we have this one. This is that button, input type equal to submit. Now this is a tiny little form and it is a post request, and if we click the delete button, it submits that form to some action. We haven't specified a route and all. So what we are going to be doing is just create a route, a new route. I'll do this as a route, and it is post request since we are manipulating the database. And I'll say just like delete slash to do, and then we will just create a new method in our controller. So to do controller delete, and we'll name this as delete, just like that. So or I'll say destroy, for instance, just a different name. So with that being said, now all you have to do is in the to do controller just create a new public function, and we'll name this as delete, and it receives the to do object. We just need the to do object. We don't have anything to validate, so we don't need the request one. We just need the to do object. So we'll do the we are fetching the to do ID in here, and we'll just use the route model binding. So if you are not familiar with route model binding, please do watch the previous video where we talk about a route model binding, which makes our life easier. So I'll just say to do $to do, and in here now we get the object right in here, the $to do, that is the specific object with that ID. Now we can just say $to do delete, and this would suffice. This is all of the logic we want to delete an object. Now after deleting, you just return back in the sense it will return to the home page itself. So if all of this works, now we need to set the route in here. We haven't set the action, so I'll say the action to be route, and the name of the route is destroy, and we need to pass in the argument our ID, so we'll pass to do ID, and that's it. Now yeah, we also need the CSRF token here, so I'll just say at CSRF, and that's pretty much it. If we save and come back in here, refresh the page, and if I try to delete this CSD, and it's gone. So that's working perfectly. Let me try one more time. Hello, and I'll make one more. Hello, and here if I delete this one, and boom, that's gone. So the whole logic is now working perfectly. So that's all about deleting object. Now if you have any doubts, or if you have any if you fell into some errors, please do let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, if you like the video, please do hit the thumbs up button. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon near to it. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the very next one.